halfway across the continent looking for you.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we want to talk about what is unified timeline and how it is going to work. So first, let's take a look at the official information we've got last year. According to this article, Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis takes place after Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and Tomb Raider Catalyst takes place after Tomb Raider Underworld. With this piece of information, we can understand that Crystal Dynamics' plan is to merge all the events into one timeline, and that's why it is called unified. So from now on, Survivor Trilogy is considered Lara's backstory, and she is going to experience all these games in this timeline. With that said, if Legacy of Atlantis becomes a success, there is a high chance that the next game after Catalyst be the remake of Tomb Raider 2, something that many fans have been waiting for in a long time. I know many fans are out there that prefer new games and are not interested in remakes, but if they really want to unify timelines, they have to remake all the games first, even Legend and Underworld. I say that because every timeline has different story and most part doesn't make sense in Survivor timeline. For example, Conrad Roth is now considered Lara's mentor, while in classic timeline it was Von Croy. And if Von Croy is not Lara's mentor anymore, then what is going to happen to the Last Revelation and Angel of Darkness? Is he going to be just an archaeologist that gets into Lara's way? There is even going to be a Von Croy in this timeline? We don't know. Or now that Lara's mother has nothing to do with Avalon, what are the events of Legend and Underworld going to be like? Are they going to give it a twist and somehow say that she was sent to Avalon but Lara didn't know and will find it about later? There is a lot questions to answer here, and that's why I personally think remakes, for now, are more important than sequels for the franchise. There is going to be a lot of drastic changes in narrative so it can fit into Survivor timeline and into Crystal Dynamics' vision for Tomb Raider and Lara Croft. Of course, we have to consider that we don't know how many answers of those said questions we are going to get in Legacy of Atlantis and in Catalyst, or how many new questions they are going to bring for us. My hope is that if Legacy of Atlantis was a success, Crystal Dynamics goes with Capcom routine and let another studio like Flying Wild Hog work on remakes and they continue making new games. If I say my wish for this franchise, I want 2 remakes and then maybe a sequel. As I said, there are many questions that I want an answer for, so with more remakes, the answers come faster. This might be a very unpopular opinion, but I feel it would be better if they mix Legend and Underworld and make it one game, because in both Lara is looking for her mother, and I think we've had enough family drama and we don't need 2 games to be about that topic again. A game that covers all the locations, answers to our questions, and closes family drama case in this franchise would be awesome, and I welcome that. I've seen many different opinions about the order of every game in this timeline, so I wanted to talk about my take on this and how I think the order of these games are gonna be. First, we all know that these 3 games are canon and considered a prequel to the upcoming games. After that, there is this abomination called Legend of Lara Croft that takes place after Shadow and before Legacy of Atlantis. I didn't like this show and it didn't really connect these 2 games at all, but oh well, what we can do. Till here, we know this order is canon, but what happens in between is a mystery. I say they go with order, as they must. So the next remake is Tomb Raider 2, and then Tomb Raider 3 happens. Then Tomb Raider 4, that everyone thinks the great adventurer Lara Croft is dead in Egypt, but she somehow survived and comes back, and of course with a drastic change in her personality. We never got the chance to properly see how she survived in Egypt and how she came back, and to properly explain the big change in her attitude and her character. The reason that I'm excluding Tomb Raider Chronicles in this list is because we all know it's too short to be a full game, but they can use it as DLCs. Then Legend and Underworld happens. with the completely mature and professional Lara. Then we have these comics which explain how Lara overcomes her depression after her manor got destroyed and all the things that happening on the world, and after that she collected herself and later Catalyst happens. This is how I see this unified timeline and how I think it would work the best. What do you guys think? Which order do you think they will take if Legacy of Atlantis becomes a success? Let me know in the comments. Since now we have the Society of Raiders, I think most of the villains in this franchise are going to be a part of it, or who knows, maybe even be against it. All we know is that Lara's ancestor made this society, and Lara is the heir of it. Pierre and Larson are a part of this society. With what we've seen in Lara's biography, she might reject this Society of Raiders and go by her own. Even in the leaks of Catalyst say that Lara is racing against this society, so we have to wait and see how all these things turns out. Maybe characters like Sophia Lee and Marco Bartoli be a part of the Society of Raiders, but then characters like Brother Chan that is protecting the dagger of Xian from Marco is against Society of Raiders, or Dr. Willard that wants the power of meteorite artifacts for himself also be against Society of Raiders, and that's why Lara agrees to work with him without knowing his true intentions. Everything is possible in this new era, so as much as I am nervous for all of this, cause there is a high chance that everything gets ruined, especially when they are using the lens of this is problematic, let's delete this, we don't want that to happen and stuff, but also very excited cause there is still a tiny chance they might get things right. Thank you for coming all this way. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and share it. And if you are looking for more Tomb Raider videos, subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications because we are just getting started. I wish you all the best and have a nice day.